Hello and welcome to our broadcast. Today is September 1st, 2013. We have a very important broadcast for you today. We're filming this in Minneapolis at the Amane Center. I want to thank Barb and Jody for setting us up here. My name's Elisa Logan, and I'm going to be asking questions during today's broadcast to make sure you understand the material that we're covering. And now I'm going to introduce Christine Day. She's an author, channel, teacher, often referred to as the Pleiadian ambassador, and her role is to hold an energetic platform for people to awaken into their self-realization process. So Christine.
Hello everyone, a big welcome. I'm really excited about today's show because we bring in the very new expanded energies that the Pleiadians have promised us for this ongoing awakening that we are all in the middle of. So I want to welcome everyone out there in the audience. And really, it touches my heart to be here, to be connected to everyone. Elisa did say, yes, I'll bring tissues just in case you start crying. But, you know, there is so much going on right now, and I feel like I'm going through an incredible transformational process, very strong connection or reconnection to Mother Mary, and working with a lot of very strong imprinting and overlaying from her. So with that, I bring that energy in today's show, and I really feel like it's going to be supportive for this incredible birthing and awakening process or reawakening process that we're going to go through.
You know, and that is so important, this process that you're going through. Why don't we just start with that and share a little bit more about that process you're in?
Well, we usually start off just saying what we're going to be doing in today's show, but let's be spontaneous, and it just feels like I've gone through a tremendous transformation and reconnection to very, very powerful aspects of myself. And through that, I have a very new conscious connection to the galactic energies, not just the Pleiadians, but the Galactic Council. And my role and my mission is so much clearer. And then as well as that, I have this really incredibly powerful reuniting connection with Mother Mary. Now, she's come to me many times before and said that we have this overlay between us, and I've had some profound direct experiences with Mother Mary in the last 15 years, and I always wondered what that was about. And then when she came and she shared with me that we do have an overlay between us, and that I have the ability to reclaim and reunite with that overlay with her. And so this has taken place in the last 2 weeks. I've just got back from Brazil, and it happened in Brazil, where I've got this really profound imprinting energy and love and opening through my heart from Mother Mary. So it comes through now. I feel like I can have the experience of her essence, her light coming through, and supporting everyone out there with your own reawakening and her light coming through and her love, that incredible essence of love that she carries so profoundly, and I feel it myself so strongly through my own heart. So it's been a truly amazing 2 weeks, a profound 2 weeks, and it's beautiful to bring the energies forward and just allow them to move through and out to each one of you out there. So I think it's going to support all of us in today's process, including myself.
Well, it's important, I think, to start with that because you can feel it so strongly, this change and this energy you're bringing forward, and I think it's supportive to have brought that out and let people know. So now we can talk about what we're going to be doing today.
Well, as the Pleiadians promise, we had a strong transmission in June with the promise of another transmission now today for September 1st, and then another one October 27th, and then December 29th. And these transmissions are designed specifically to birth through each one of us, through the cells, through the energetic field, through our heart center, these amazing awakening patterns of light. But what has taken place as well as that is that we have this very, very strong awakened energy that started August 12th for 3 weeks. And we're going to be talking about that energy and how it's affecting us right now and how you can work with that. So in today's transmission, we're working with the awakening patterns and birthing another level of those. And we're going to be working with creating an anchor through the heart so that you can have an ongoing experience of this acceleration of the living principles coming into your heart. And for the very first time today, we're going to be doing a process at the end of a repositioning of the DNA strands, which is going to create an accelerated awakening, allowing you to realign back to your natural sacred nature and begin to draw on these tools that you haven't been able to use up to this point, because the repositioning of the DNA strands brings you into a new alignment, a new potential of reawakening to your sacred nature. So this is very powerful and very profound process that we are going to be receiving today.
Yes, you can feel the energy here. There's a tremendous amount of heat, for me anyway. And I'm looking forward to moving into that material in a little bit to ask some questions. But the Pleiadians have given us this material in a very structured way. And we're getting a lot of people calling saying, I'm working with this material and I'm telling my friends about it. How does someone work with this material if they're just hearing about it now?
Well, that's a very good question, Elisa. And the fact is, if you've just found this material and think, oh my gosh, I haven't done June, I haven't done, I've got September here. Just if you're going to share that with anyone, or if you're one of those people, go back to June and make sure you go into the archives and start working with that June material in that transmission, working with that. Maybe every week work that same process, and then work September's, because we're going to have to very strongly work in this September. We have 8 weeks till October's broadcast, and this repositioning of the DNA strands is going to create such an accelerated pace. I wonder what is going to be held for us in October 27th. So you are going to need to work through every week, work with a September broadcast, and allow this gradual repositioning of all 12 DNA strands through you for a very, very profound alignment or realignment back to aspects of self through the repositioning of the strands. So this is very important.
Yes, and even as we're talking about it now, I'm going to ask, what are you talking about when you're talking about our DNA strands and this repositioning? I know it's early, but it's a question.
Well, understand that when all 12 DNA strands are fully reconnected into their full alignment, we are moved right back into full enlightenment process, our full remembering, our full abilities to be able to take our full place within the universal consciousness, and really work with our sacred gifts, our natural sacred gifts of ourselves. So as the repositioning takes place of the DNA strands, all 12 of them, it's very gradual. It has to be gradual because it gradually brings you back into a full remembering and an alignment to these sacred energies and these sacred tools. So with the repositioning today, it might be that you suddenly come into a new clarity of connection to yourself. You may come into alignment with some of your natural gifts of feeling like you know how to align to the energy and the sense of yourself. It activates the crystalline structure through the telepathic center, through the crystalline structure in the heart. It opens you up to understanding and knowledge and remembering of how to work with energy, how to align, how to work telepathically, how to move forward on your path, how to move back into your creatorship, your ability to truly create for yourself naturally. So it gradually moves you back into all those natural aspects and accelerates your path of awakening.
Wow.
It's so empowering and powerful. It's amazing.
It's huge. Yes.
Yeah.
And it's going in hand with the awakening patterns as well that we've been working with.
Well, the awakening patterns are going to accelerate through the transmission today. We're going to be receiving a new level of these awakening patterns through the cells, through the heart center. So that also goes hand in hand. It's because of that we can move into the repositioning of our DNA. It brings us into a readiness to be able to electrically be able to cope with the energy that the repositioning of the DNA strands can actually create within us. So it's because of that we can do that. It's also because of this new energy that has started on August 12th on our Earth plane. And we're talking about that in a moment, but I think we want to go to just talking about a few other things before we get in depth in that. But we will be going into the dialogue today is around this new energy, this new phenomena that's here on the Earth plane for each one of us to align to.
So as promised, this broadcast is extremely important, and it really is the next step after the June broadcast, what we've done. And as you said, then you have 8 weeks before the next broadcast, but before that is that 3-day Pleiadian seminar. And I think that couldn't be timed any more perfectly to be able to come together, which we are already looking forward to seeing so many of you join us, to spend 3 days together doing some incredible processes.
Yes, the Pleiadian seminar is extremely important at this time, and I really want to encourage those that haven't registered to register soon, because it is going to have create a profound energetic space for you to take some huge steps for yourself to assist you, to enable you to fully align to the energies that are coming onto the planet in November, December, and the new year. It's specifically designed also to support you with these upcoming broadcasts in November and December, or I think it's October and December that we are going to be doing, 27th of October, 29th of December. So this Pleiadian seminar, we are going to be very much supported by the galactic energies, the Lemurian energies, the Pleiadians, of course. I know the energy of Mother Mary is going to be there very strongly through me at that time to support all of you out there who will also be there. And we're going to be working with some very cutting edge energies, working within the dimensional arcs to initiate into those dimensional spaces, and working with, I think, more DNA repositioning, as well as working with the crop circles and the very strong awakening patterns that the galactic energies are promising to bring to us during that seminar, to really create an advanced process for everybody there. But the processes themselves are geared for each person, whatever stage of unfolding you're into. There is a space for you there, because everybody is met energetically where they are, where they're...
That's what I personally find so amazing about these seminars, because I meet so many of you that are there for the first time and have just heard about Christine, and yet there's others that are there and they've been to every Pleiadian seminar. And in each, regardless, you receive exactly what you've come for, and it's just an amazing process to witness.
It is, and the Pleiadians do such an amazing job of setting up this like dimensional womb in which each person can birth and be moved very fast, because things are really accelerating right now. It's really for many of you, and I'm getting this really strong confirmation from the Pleiadians right now as I speak, many of you need to be there. Many of you need to come and begin an accelerated unfolding within yourself for your own personal missions, your own personal path of what you have pre-agreed to do here on the Earth plane at this time. So I've never felt such an urgent energy from the Pleiadians as a message out to you, every one of you out there, to come to that seminar and be part of it. And we will have it's going to be an exciting adventure for anyone who feels really called.
Yes, and that's what it seems these times are so dynamic that there is, the Pleiadians are really asking us to get so much